On Tuesday, June 29th, the world-famous Intamin prefabricated wooden roller coaster, El Toro at Six Flags Great Adventure, had an accident where the back car partially derailed. Luckily, nobody was injured in this accident, but the ride did valley soon before hitting the final brake run, and the coaster has remained closed since then. What exactly happened in this accident, and what will Six Flags Great Adventure do to not only prevent this from happening again, but also to get the ride open as soon as possible? In this video, I'll be discussing the future of El Toro and what I think is going to happen to the coaster. Before I begin though, make sure to like the video, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, because any amount of support I can get from you guys is greatly appreciated, and it helps motivate me to make brand new videos just like this one. Also, you can join the 07 Coaster Discord server by using the first link in the description down below for updates on new videos, coaster discussions, and more. Alright, let's get into the video.
Arms in. Head back. Hold on.
So, what exactly happened? Well, the coaster kind of derailed, but you already knew that. Basically, there was something wrong with the wheel assembly on the back car. Riders reported the back car of the train to be fishtailing on the first drop and through the first two ejector hills, which by the way is when the car moves side to side, and the train apparently traveled oddly slow throughout the course and reportedly crawled over the Rolling Thunder Hill, which as you probably know is very unusual for this roller coaster. Riders also reported smoke coming from the back car all throughout the ride, all the way up until the train eventually valleyed. This is obviously no good, but what caused this? Well, what happened was the back wheel assembly on car 6 of the train, which is the back car, was just really screwed up. The back wheels of the car had fully come up off the chassis, and the front wheels had been pushed down into the track because of this, which is most likely the reason that it ran so slow in the cycle, because the front wheels had been pushing down on the track throughout the ride. Both the fishtailing on the drop and the pressure on the track from the front part of the car have apparently caused major damage to El Toro's track, and after this accident, I think that the coaster is not in any condition to reopen soon. So this has me wondering, what does the future hold for El Toro? And more importantly, when do I think this coaster will reopen? Well, I'm just gonna get this out of the way right now. I'm 99% sure El Toro will not reopen this year. I do see the coaster reopening next year, but the chances of it reopening this year are slim to none. Based on the amount of damage done to El Toro's track, the amount of work Six Flags Great Adventure has to do is probably too much for it to open this year. Now, I'm aware that they basically have all through October, which is the whole 3 months, but with the work that they have to do, I just don't see it. So what will they have to do? Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to have to be a full retrack. Not only does El Toro need a full retrack after this accident, but I've been saying that the coaster needs to be retracked for a while now. The coaster has gotten so rough over the past couple of years that it's become borderline unenjoyable in my opinion. Yeah, the airtime is still there, but the ride is just so rough. So, if they're gonna retrack it, then now would obviously be the time, since the coaster actually needs it. How long will this take though? I'm not really sure. Usually a park can retrack a wooden coaster over an off season, but since we're still not that far into this season, I'm not sure if Six Flags Great Adventure would want to start retracking as soon as possible, or if they'd want to wait for the off season, and then have the coaster SBNO for the rest of this season. Either way, the coaster should reopen next year. Something I am curious about is how much a full retrack of El Toro would cost. It obviously wouldn't be as expensive as the coaster itself, but I don't think it would be anywhere near cheap either. When Heidi Park retracked their Intamin prefab Colossos a few years ago, that cost them 12 million euros, which is around $14.7 million. The refabrication of that coaster also included some supports and other things, but seeing how El Toro has more track than Colossus, I would guess that the price to retrack El Toro is probably around the same. This is without a doubt very expensive, and even before the pandemic, I would question if Six Flags would be willing to spend this kind of money, but especially right now, I'm really not sure if that's the kind of investment Six Flags wants to make. In fact, I'm almost 100% sure that they don't want to have to put that much money into something. That being said, it looks like they're going to have to spend that, whether they want to or not. And although it's more than they would want to spend on something right now, Six Flags is a company that's willing to spend a lot of money when they have to. They don't normally choose to, but in a scenario like this one, I don't think that they'll have too much of a problem spending the money to get El Toro back open. Especially since El Toro is not only one of the most popular roller coasters at Six Flags Great Adventure, but it's one of the most popular roller coasters in the entire Six Flags chain. Let me just say that most of what I said in this video is just speculation, and we don't have any information from official sources as of when I'm making this video, so nothing is confirmed. When do you think El Toro will reopen though? Tell me in the comments below, and like I said before, a like and a subscription would be greatly appreciated, so make sure to do that if you haven't already. Anyways, this is 07 Coasters signing off.